now a major development in this ongoing drama between Akpabio and Senator Natasha. The Senate President Akpabio and Senator Natasha. That is what we are giving you in this very video, because Akpabio is now in a very tight corner. Of course, you know, Natasha has been pushing this case with a lot of people on her side and a lot of Nigerians laying all sorts of allegations on Senator Akpabio. Of course, we already know what's going on in the country, Nigeria, and how people in political positions use their positions against the masses. Now, let's look at this drama that just unfolded a few minutes ago today. Let's look at what happened. Natasha blasts Akpabio, labels current Senate Nigeria's worst in history. You already know that here in Noble Media we give you the news as it is breaking, so that you will know what is going on, because we believe knowledge is power. Therefore, if you have not subscribed, click on subscribe right now. If you have not liked, click on like. If you have not joined, click on join. Senator Natasha blasts Akpabio, labels current Senate Nigeria's worst in history. Now let's look at the news in details. The Nigerian Senate came under heavy fire on Tuesday as Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan of Kogi Central openly condemned the current leadership under Senate President Godswill Akpabio, describing it as the worst. The worst. We've had several Senate presidents. We all know the time of Ken Nnamani of Enugu State. We all know the time of Saraki. You know, several Senate presidents have come and gone. But it appears that the one we have right now under Buhari seems to be the worst of the worst of the worst. Rubber stamp of the rubber stamp Senate House we have ever had, Nigeria has ever had in recent time. Now let's give you the information. Senator Natasha said this as she was denied entry into the National Assembly complex by security operatives, despite her claims of formally notifying the Senate of her intention to resume legislative duty. Don't forget that she's representing Kogi, I think Kogi Central. Speaking to reporters outside the gate of the National Assembly, she wanted to enter, of course, to perform her normal legislative role for which she was elected, right? But the current president and leadership in Nigeria seems to take out whoever they want, like they did in a place called River State in Nigeria, where we gathered that a democratically elected governor was removed and somebody else, a military administrator, was imposed. You know, that is the same way that the Senate barred and removed Natasha, and now she's just fighting for her way back. Speaking to reporters outside the gate of the National Assembly, the embattled senator accused Senate President Akpabio of weaponizing the institution by unlawfully challenging a federal high court judgment that ordered her resumption. She lamented that her rights as an elected lawmaker were being trampled under political vendettas. It is surprising that what we often gather as a media house in what is going on in several African nations, and Nigeria in particular, is that court orders are hardly obeyed. Court orders that doesn't favor the people in power, the rich men, are often not adhered to. It is a shame that on the very day I was supposed to resume my duties, I was met by heavily armed police officers blocking me from accessing my office. This is not just an affront to me, but an assault on democracy and the rule of law. One thing we know this woman for is that she has been very, very vocal, refused to be intimidated. If I don't know what you think about all this, come under the comment and tell us what you think about this very issue. She further emphasized that while Akpabio has personally appealed the court's ruling, the Nigerian Senate as an institution, has not taken such legal action, making the obstruction of her access unconstitutional. this very matter happened today, this very day. Let's take what she said again. She further emphasized, look at what Natasha said today. She further emphasized that why Akpabio is the Senate President of Nigeria and West Africa, has personally appealed the court ruling. Of course, a court ruled that the court in Nigeria passed a judgment that Natasha should resume her duties as a senator. Then the Senate appealed, right? Akpabio has personally appealed, that the Senate President appealed that court judgment. Yet, the Nigerian Senate as an institution has not taken such legal action, making the obstruction of Senator Natasha's entry into the Senate House. Sometimes people in power think that the Senate houses, the public properties, public lands, that it is their personal property, that they inherited it. This is what we see in most third world countries in several parts of the world, not just in West Africa. Now, let's look at what she said, the female senator. Let it be known that Akpabio is not above the law. Of course, nobody should be above the law. His appeal does not invalidate the ruling of Justice Binta Iyako. Of course, we all know that if you have followed legal cases down there in West Africa, you will know that Binta Iyako has been prominently mentioned in Nnamdi Kanu's legal cases. Okay? Which, let it be known that Akpabio is not above the law. His appeal does not invalidate the ruling of Justice Binta Iyako, which mandates my resumption. My mandate comes from the people of Kogi Central. I told you she represents Kogi Central, not from the office of the Senate President. Because of that, of course, the Senate President is not supposed to have the right to determine who comes in and who goes out. It's not his personal property. Of course, this senator was elected the way he himself was also elected. I don't know what to think about all this. Please let us know in the comment section. Natasha did not mince words, and she slammed the 10th Assembly for what she described as a collapse of legislative integrity. And in any nation, once the legislature is not independent, once the legislature does not obey the rule of law, then the nation is gone. The nation is as good as gone. Natasha did not mince words as she slammed the 10th Assembly for what she described as a collapse of legislative integrity under Akpabio's watch. We've had Senate President with capacity and national interest at heart. Sadly, the Akpabio-led Senate is a disgrace, and has become the worst assembly Nigeria has ever seen. This is what this senator said today. What do you think of all this? In this platform, Noble Media, we will be the first to give you relevant information, analyze it through information, whether it's happening in Kenya, Cameroon, Nigeria, UK, US, Canada, anywhere, especially in early areas where there is injustice like the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. So tell us what you think about this particular matter going on over there in South Africa and Nigeria. Tell us if you are in Nigeria, if you are around West Africa. Let us know what to make of this witch hunting of a female senator by the Senate President of Nigeria. If you have not liked this video, please click on like this video. This is the right time to join our YouTube channel. Click on join. Then, most importantly, share this video. Click on share this video right now. Copy the link, share it on your WhatsApp groups, on Facebook, WhatsApp status, and all the rest. Remember, if you have not subscribed, this is the right time to click on subscribe right now. There's an important video on the screen. Click on it immediately. There's an important video on the screen. Click on it now.